I think this will be an awesome video and a very good learning content for a lot of day traders out there, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys will be able to relate to my situation that I had yesterday. I had a choppy start to the morning. I was green for the day, then I went to red, then I was green again, but I was not finding anything good in the market that was suiting my strategy or my edge. On these days, it's very important to be in control of the situation. Cut your losers when you are not finding anything good in the market, and if you find anything good after waiting patiently, make sure that you capitalize on that opportunity, and that is called holding on to your winners in the trading world. And that is what trading is all about, cutting your losers and holding on to your winners. It's very easy in theory, but we all know that it's very difficult in practice. That is the reason in this video I will be showing you guys my day recap, where I was green, then I went to red, but I was able to control my losers, cut my losers, and finally I found that one opportunity to capitalize on, ending the day with $5,500 in the green. Let's now focus on the game plan of the day, and my first trade of the day was on Netflix right off the open within the first 1 minute. A lot of our traders, a lot of our members were able to capitalize on this trade, making 70, 80 and 100% within the first 5 minutes of market open. Let's take a look at the chart of Netflix. Netflix had a nice push towards the upside. It found support at the previous resistance around 650 to 640 zone right here. Then it pushed towards the upside again. On the daily chart, it made a bull flag right here, but it was all set to break all-time high, which was 690.97. In the pre-market on this day, Netflix was hovering around 690 level. So I wanted to catch the break of 690 for the break of all-time high towards the upside, with a potential profit target of $700 level, which I mentioned in our Discord group. Before we jump on to my trade on Netflix, because unfortunately I had a bad fill on this trade, let's look at the profit and losses section of our members. A few of our members caught this Netflix trade right at the open. This member made $433 all within the first 4-5 minutes of market open. Then we had another member right here. This member made around 80% of his investment all within the first 3 minutes of market open. He entered 3 contracts at a fill price of 3.98. That means he paid approximately $400 each contract. He invested $1,200 on this trade on 3 contracts and made $1,000 within the first 3 minutes of market open, which is an insane trade on Netflix. We had another member who made $12,000 on Netflix all within the first 3 minutes of market open. He entered 60 contracts, trading the same 700 calls at a fill price of 4.64, and he partialed all the way to the top for the break of $700, making $12,000 within the first 3 minutes of market open on Netflix. So if you guys want to be part of our Discord group, the link will be in the description box below. We are a community of serious and supportive traders, so if you are facing issues with your trading, we might be able to help. We also have a lot of educational content on risk management on level 2, a lot of webinars that are recorded for our Discord members. This is my recap on the trade on Netflix. I got filled 20 contracts at a fill price of 6.28. My fill time was 9:30:11. I will post a screenshot of my fills right there. You guys will see I got filled at 9:30:11. A few of our members got filled only 5 to 6 seconds before me, and their fill price was $4. I tried to get filled at $4. I was not getting filled, but eventually when I updated my order, I got filled at 6.28. That is what I talk about trading the open. Even if you're late 5 seconds to the party, you're gonna lose 50% of your premiums, and that is what happened with me in this case. I knew that I got a really bad fill. That's why at the next push up, I covered all of my 20 contracts very quickly at the break of 697 and 698, overall making around $1,400 on this trade, which is still a good trade. But just imagine if my fill price was around $4, this was easily around $7,000 to $8,000 of trade. That's why trading the open is sometimes very risky, especially when you're trading options. My second trade of the day was on DDOG, because DDOG has been making a triangle just near the all-time high and around $200 for a while. It's been consolidating in this range for the past 1 week. So I was liking it for the break of 195, and the all-time high is 197.69. If we break all-time high, we might even break $200, and that is what I wanted to capitalize on. This is the recording of my trade on DDOG. It had a nice push towards the upside right off the open. It made a bull flag on the 1 minute chart. On the next push up at the break of high of the day, I got filled 20 contracts at a fill price of 3.18. I'm trading 200 call same week expiry contracts. On this move, I missed the initial push towards the upside because I was trading Netflix off the open as we just discussed. That's why I waited for a flag pattern, entered at the break of the flag pattern. My profit target is the break of $200 on this one because $200 has a huge order on the level 2. If that seller gets filled, we might see a rally towards the upside. At the break of 199, it made this stopping wick right here, which I don't like. I don't like these wicks right around the break of all-time high. That's why when DDOG rejected 199 towards the downside, I exited my position at a fill price of 2.71, overall losing around $950 on this trade. So guys, you can see that I'm not having a very good morning. Yes, my trade on Netflix was a green trade, but that was a bad trade because of my executions and the fill price. If I look at risk to reward perspective on that trade, the risk was a lot more. If Netflix would have gone against me, I would have easily lost $2,000-$3,000 on that trade. On my DDOG trade, yes, the entries and exits were really good, but that was a loser, part and parcel of the game. Then I took another trade on Tesla, that was a loser again. So by this time, I was down around $1,000 for the day. Now let's jump on to my trades on Tesla, where I finally found my edge. I found my setup. I held on to my winner, which is the most important thing. That put me green for the day. This is my trade on Tesla. So on Tesla, it had a nice push towards the upside. If you focus on the 5-minute chart, it had a really good push towards the upside. That was also supported by volume and increase in volume. We had one red candle on the 5-minute chart that was on low volume, so that caught my interest. I have explained the volume analysis a lot of times in my previous recaps, so make sure that you watch my previous videos as well. I will link a video on volume profile right here, which is a really good example of using volume analysis to catch a really good trade on Amazon. So after looking at the 5-minute chart, I was just looking for an entry on Tesla. We had a push towards the downside. It held the 9 EMA and the 20 EMA. It's holding 20 EMA at the break of 1085 towards the upside. I got filled 10 contracts. I'm trading 1100 calls and my fill price is 14.80. My stop loss on this trade is the break of 1085 or 1084 again towards the downside, because on this trade I want Tesla to push towards the upside. If it rejects 1085, we might even see the test of 1080. I don't want to be a part of that move towards the downsides. That's why my stop loss is very small on this trade. After a bit of consolidation about 1085, Tesla rejected 1085 towards the downside. That's why I covered my position at a loss of around $300 on this trade, which is not that bad considering that I took 10 contracts. This is now my last trade on Tesla and my best trade on Tesla. I exited my last trade on Tesla with a loss of $300 right here on this candle, but once I exited, I saw that buyers are holding this level. Buyers are holding the 20 and the 9 EMA. And when I saw the break of 1085 again towards the upside, I was very confident with this trade because people who are trying to short it right here, they are getting squeezed. You had a bullish move towards the upside. It's making a flag pattern. Ideally on the flag pattern, you want low volume, and that is what we are seeing at this point. If you look at the 1-minute chart, the volume has been on the decline. I got filled 15 contracts. I'm trading 1100 calls, same week expiry, and my fill price was 15.15. Now, if you guys ask me that was it a good idea if I would have held my last trade on Tesla where I lost $300 on because that trade is now working out in my favor? I don't think so. I don't think it like that because I have to stick to my stop loss. Yes, it got bought back up from $1082, but Tesla could have easily rejected $1080 as well. That's why as day traders, you have to cut your losers. You have to cut your losers according to your stop loss. My stop loss was really tight on that trade. That's why I exited that position. But on this trade, I'm liking it a lot. That's why I'm sizing up. And that is the benefit of being a day trader. You can always exit the position, reevaluate the situation, and take your next entry. Before we jump to my exits on this trade, make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification because I'm releasing 2 to 3 new videos on day trading, including educational content and my trade recaps every single week. I will show you guys my exits on a screenshot because I held this trade for like 15-20 minutes, so the recording will be very long if I play the whole thing. At the break of high of the day, the previous high of the day was around $1,092. It broke the high of the day with increase in volume. I took 10 out of my 15 contracts out at a fill price of 18.30 and 19.00. I will post a screenshot of my fills right here so that you guys can take a look at my fill prices. I just kept taking my partials here at $19, $21, $22. My last contract, I exited at a fill price of $24.75. That means on my last contract, I made $900 on on that one contract. Overall on this trade, I made $6,700. That was a return of 30% of my investment by just holding on to my winners, as I discussed earlier on in the video. Let's now take a look at my PNL. When everything was said and done, I was up $5,334 for the day. I made $1,400 on Netflix. I lost $300 on Roku. Roku had a nice push towards the downside of the open. I missed that move. I tried to catch the break of the flag for the break of $250. It was not moving as quick as I wanted it to. I took a few stabs on it, but I exited almost break even on that trade because I took 30 contracts, so losing $300 is almost break even on Roku. I lost $960 on my DDOG trade, and on Tesla on 1100 calls, including the loser and the winning trade, I was up $5,200 on Tesla. So guys, trading is all about doing two things really well. The first thing is cutting your losers according to your strategy, according to your game plan, according to your stop loss. The second thing is to hold on to your winners. I consider myself as a scalper. So what I mean by scalper is that I cut my losers really quick. If the stock goes, for example, Tesla $1 or $2 against me, I will cut my loser, but I also hold on to my winners. You guys saw that I caught a move from 1085 to the break of 1105. So I caught a $20 move on Tesla, but when I'm in a losing trade, my stop losses are really small. I cut my losers if the stock goes $1 or $2 against me. If it's Tesla, if it's Amazon, I might give it $5. If it's a stock like Apple, I might only give it 20-30 cents, and that is my strategy. You don't have to copy my strategy, because I have seen a lot of day traders. They might give wider stop losses to Tesla. For example, they might give Tesla $5 to go against them, but their profit target is to catch $30, $40, $50 move in their favor. So you have to stick to your strategy, what works for you, and stick to your stop loss. But your job is also to capitalize on those few opportunities and to hold on to your winners, because holding on to your winners is what grows your account and grows your equity curve towards the upside. Before you go, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification. I'm releasing 2 to 3 new videos on day trading every single week, and every single like counts because it helps out the channel to reach new traders out there. If you don't follow me on Instagram, the link will be in the description box below. I post a lot of day trading content on Instagram as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.